Last time on Assassin's Creed 2, we needed to confront the monk who took the Apple of Eden. We traveled back to Firenze, where the monk was residing. He had taken control of several lieutenants of his, regular people, priests. Not everyone was taken control of. Some already believed in his cause. Others, their mind has been intoxicated and corrupted with the power that they had gained. Either way, they all had to go. And one by one they fell to Ezio's blade. All of them helped free the people of their torment and suffering. Even the nobles couldn't stay away from the power that the apple provided. After freeing these captive minds, we confronted the monk himself, who wanted a better world, and of course went about it the completely wrong way. After this, Ezio made a speech to the people of Firenze, went to his friends and fellow assassins, and they left for their future endeavors. And that is right where we'll start off. Looks like the road to the villa, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, there it is, Monteregioni, and the Auditore Villa. Alright, let's make our way inside and see what's happening.
Ezio!
It is time, Uncle. Let us finish what you and my father started all those years ago.
Indeed. Perhaps now we can finally make sense of this prophecy, and put a stop to whatever it is the Spaniard is plotting.
We should start by locating the vault. The Codex pages will lead us to it. Let's take a look.
X marks the spot. Decipher the Codex pages to discover the location of the vault.
Rodrigo Borgia, aka the Spaniard. A dark stain on human history, Rodrigo left a trail of blood a mile wide on his quest to unify Italy under the Templar banner. Anyone who opposed him ended up in little pieces inside a sack, or, if he was in a good mood, poisoned. Once he was crowned Pope, Rodrigo, or should I say Alexander VI, used his influence to wage war with any city that held out against the Templars. And then there were the rumoured X-rated atrocities. Hundreds of courtesans brought to the Vatican by the cartload, and the Pope's close friendship with his illegitimate daughter, Lucrezia. Oh yeah, and did I mention the killings never stopped? Throughout all his public debauchery, Rodrigo was quietly murdering his enemies behind the scenes, consolidating Templar power for the moment when they would seize control.
Rodrigo Borgia, date of birth 1431, profession leader of the Italian Templars, and noble. Alright, let's take a look. They look pretty normal to me. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. I remember that I used Eagle Vision on this wall once before. Okay, some sort of puzzle or something like that. Okay, let's just... Yep, like a normal puzzle, we'll line up the edges here. What do we have? Well, I'd assume that it would be a map. It said to figure out these codexes to reveal the location. I guess it could be a picture. Oh yeah, it's a map. Map of the world. They're going to be pretty confused. Some symbols, some looks like assassin symbols. The assassins are protecting these areas. But I see two next to South America. One up in Russia, or maybe that's over in Europe someplace. That one there, maybe Chinese or India or something. One way down in the south eastern corner, down by Australia. Definitely one there in Africa. Wow, they're all over the place. Which one are we looking for? I suppose the Cyprus one.
It is a map of the entire world. But there are lands shown here that do not exist.
Apparently they do exist. I imagine they've yet to be discovered. Or rediscovered.
How is this possible?
Perhaps the vault will hold the answer.
Do you see where it is, then?
No. It can't be. The vault. It looks like the vault is in Roma, then the Spaniard. This is why he became Pope.
Now I understand. It's not the vault alone he's gained access to, but the staff as well.
What staff?
The Codex always spoke of two keys. Two pieces of Eden needed to open the vault. One is the apple.
And the other is the staff. The papal staff is the second piece of Eden.
For years, no, decades, we've sought these answers.
And now, at last, we have them.
But so too could the Spaniard. And if he does, if he finds a way into the vault, its contents will make the apple seem a trifling thing.
I must go to Roma and find the vault. What are the rest of you?
We'll do what we do best. Cause some trouble in the city, giving you the freedom to conduct your search.
Just let me know when you are ready, Nipote.
Alright, next stop, Rome. We should probably tell Uncle Mario that we are ready.
Roma beckons, Ezio. Let me know when you are ready to depart.
Roma, 1499. In Bocca al Lupa. Infiltrate the Sistine Chapel and assassinate Rodrigo Borgia, the Spaniard. Castle Sant'Angelo, built between 135 and 139, as the tomb for the Roman Emperor Hadrian. The Castle Sant'Angelo was designed to be slightly larger than the mausoleum of Augustus, because as the database has shown time and time again, size does matter. The building was converted into a military fortress in 401 and was promptly sacked by Visigoth looters in 410, who scattered Hadrian's ashes everywhere. What was left was recycled, i.e. stolen by the Vatican. In the 14th century, the tomb was converted into a castle for the popes and connected to St. Peter's via a covered passage called the Passetto di Borgo. Reflecting the delightfully sadistic side of Renaissance papal rule, the castle contained both some sumptuous apartments and a prison. Giordano Bruno, the famous scientist and hermeticist, was held there for 6 years. Executions were carried out in the small interior courtyard for the Pope's enjoyment. Basilica di San Pietro, the original St. Peter's Basilica, built in 326 as opposed to the epic basilica that exists today, was constructed in the form of a Latin cross. An atrium called the Garden of Paradise stood at the entrance, beckoning followers through the main doorways of the church. Unlike pagan temples, which were lavishly decorated, the facade of St. Peter's was plain. Thankfully, Catholicism got over all that when they made the new St. Peter's. Of course, the downside was that the religion became incredibly corrupt, but hey, beauty has to come at a price. The basilica was built on top of the old Circus of Nero. But before you start pulling out your popcorn and cotton candy, this wasn't a modern circus. The Roman crucifixions of Christians was the main act. Saint Peter, among many others, was hung up to die there. The basilica was built on top of this anti-Christian site as almost an intentional modification of history by Emperor Constantine, because if it no longer exists, it never happened, right? I believe that the door is the only way through. Perhaps we can go along the wall to avoid detection. It appears not. I was hoping to avoid those guards. Avoid fighting until I have to. If we're good enough, perhaps we can sneak in behind them. Oh, I think they might see us. Nope. Moving in behind, we can take them. Whoever got a glimpse of us didn't think too much about it. This guard here, guarding our lever that we need to be at. So far, we're doing pretty good. Another gate opened. We can cross the threshold. I don't think we're gonna get out of this one without fighting. But we can still try. I played through this whole game and I still can't get the hidden blade kills, counter kills correct.
Assassino! Assassino!
Well, that's convenient. That didn't last long, though.
Don't get now! I see him! There! Come on! Close the gates! Stop the intruder! There! Now! He won't pass the free! Get him!
I freaking hate these guys throwing rocks. I figured by this time they'd open the gate back up with how many guys they had back there, and warn these guys that there's an intruder around. They're all a bunch of blue falcons.
Another four.
There!
Sure.
Remember what I taught you, ragazzi! Let's strike! Let's end this quickly!
So we fail being not remaining undetected, but when we start back up, we are in a perfect spot. So we ended up being undetected anyways.
That's a cloak. How terribly unfashionable.
Leave me alone! Bella Madonna! I want no part of this! Santo Croce! Dove siete? Presto! Presto!
Credo in unum Deum Patrem omnipotentem, factorem celi et terrae, visibilium omnium et invisibilium, et in unum
Capella Sistina. Inspired by the architecture of Solomon's temple, the Sistine Chapel is the most famous room in the Apostolic Palace, the Pope's Vatican residence. The chapel's famous ceiling frescoes did not exist yet in 1503, so no climbing across the finger of God. But the wall paintings that line the chapel, painted by Pietro Perugino, Sandro Botticelli, and Domenico Ghirlandaio, among others, are an ample consolation prize. As the Pope's personal chapel, Mass is frequently held inside, as are the papal conclaves, which occur after the Pope's death. The cardinals are locked inside the chapel and are not permitted to leave until a new Pope is elected. Only through smoke signals sent up a chimney to announce the new Pope can they escape. And worst of all horrors, no cardinals, unless ill, can be attended inside by more than one servant. Ugh, that's just cruel.
Credo in unum Deum Patrem omnipotentem, factorem celi et terrae, visibilium omnium et invisibilium, et in unum Dominum Jesum Christum, Filium Dei unigenitum, et ex Patre natum ante omnia saecula, Deum de Deo, lumen de lumine, Deum verum de Deo vero. Genitum non factum consubstantiarem Patri, perquem omnia facta sunt, qui propter nos homines et propter nostram salutem descendit de celis, et incarnatus est de Spiritus Sancto ex Maria Virgine et homo factus est. Crucifixus.
thought I was beyond this. But I'm not. I've waited too long. Lost too much. Requiescat in pace, you bastard.
I don't think so. No! How is it you resist? I see. Kind of you to bring me the apple. Now give it here!
Vaya farti fottere.
Always the fighter, just like your father. Well, rejoice, my child, for you will see him again soon. You will give it to me.
As you wish.
Fascinating. An impressive power, this. But if you think it's going to save you, you've another thing coming. I'll cut you down, assassin!
Doesn't look like it's gonna save me because those guys don't do anything at all. Are you guys gonna attack anytime, buddy?
A clever trick, but
Oh,
useless.
did you see that? Finally, we got one. It only takes one to start. Let's go, guys.
How long do you think you can keep this up? No, you will not take this from me.
It's finished, Rodrigo. Lay down your arms, and I will make sure the end comes swiftly.
Really, Ezio? And would you give up so easily were it the other way around? Why don't we find out? At last. And now, to deal with you.
Okay, we gotta find a passage. Hidden door. I know this one here just closed, so that's probably where it is. Okay, Shiny's on the outside there. Ezio's kind of a dummy. He just pulls that thing out when it's the most inconvenient time. A little button. That, yeah, makes sense. Okay, well, this is different. Little different style here, and it appears that there's some sort of writing. Okay, that doesn't really do anything. Perhaps Egyptian or something more ancient. Okay, left or right? We're gonna go right. I'm assuming that they just head back to the same spot.
Open, damn you! Open!
It's over, Rodrigo. No more tricks. No more ancient artifacts. No more weapons. Let us see what you are made of, old man.
All right then. If that's how you want to play it.
You want to fist fight him? Why would either of them agree to that?
What do you even want with the vault, Rodrigo?
Don't you know what lies within? Or do you mean to tell me the great and powerful assassins didn't figure it out?
Figure what out?
God. It's God that dwells within.
You expect me to believe that God lives beneath Il Vaticano?
A more logical location than a kingdom in a cloud, don't you think? Surrounded by singing angels and cherubim. Makes for a lovely image. But the truth is far more interesting.
Let's say I was to believe you. What do you think you'll do when you open that door?
I don't care. It's not approval I'm after. Just power.
And you think you'll give it up?
Whatever lies beyond that wall won't be able to resist the staff and apple. They were made for felling gods.
God is meant to be all-knowing, all-powerful. You think a couple of ancient relics can harm him?
You know nothing, boy. You take your image of the creators from an ancient book. A book, mind you, written by men.
You are the Pope, and yet you dismiss the central text of your faith?
Are you so naive? I became Pope because it gave me access. It gave me power. Do you think I believe a single goddamn word of that ridiculous book? It's all lies and superstition, just like every other religious tract written over the past 10,000 years.
I guess that's all they have to say. Ezio, finish him.
You can't. You can't. It's my destiny. Mine. I am the prophet.
You never were.
Get it over with, then.
No. Killing you won't bring my family back. I'm done. Nulla è reale. Tutto è lecito. Requiescat in pace.
Cool, secret door. After all that, you're just gonna leave him there? You're not even gonna kill him? He's like the main goal of this game. Ezio, get back. Sequence 14 complete. And we're gonna walk in there and leave the staff and apple both with him. I feel like Ezio makes very bad decisions. Okay, the cool writing on the wall. Too bad we can't read it. Alright, let's see what we got.
Greetings, Prophet. It is good you have come. Let us see it, to give thanks. We must speak.
Who are you?
names. When I died, it was Minerva. Before that, Merva and Mera. And on and on. The others, too. Juno, who was before called Uni. Jupiter, who was before called Tinia.
You are... gods.
No, not gods. We simply came before. Even when we walked the world, your kind struggled to understand our existence. We were more advanced in time. Your minds were not yet ready. Still not. Maybe never. No matter. You may not comprehend us, but you will comprehend our warning. You must.
None of what you are saying makes sense.
Our words are not meant for you.
What are you talking about? There's no one else here.
Enough. I do not wish to speak with you, but through you. You are the prophet. You've played your part. You anger him, but please be silent, that we may commune. Listen. When we were still flesh and our home still whole, your kind betrayed us. We who made you. We who gave you life. We were strong, but you were many, and both of us craved war. So busy were we with earthly concerns, we failed to notice the heavens. And by the time we did, the world burned until naught remained but ash. It should have ended then and there. But we built you in our own image. We built you to survive. And so we did. Few were our numbers, your kind and mine. It took sacrifice, strength, compassion. But we rebuilt. And as life returned to the world, we endeavored to ensure this tragedy would not be repeated. But now, we are dying, and time will work against us. Truth turned into myth and legend. What we built, misunderstood. Let my words preserve the message and make a record of our loss. But let my words also bring hope. You must find the other temples, built by those who knew to turn away from war. They worked to protect us, to save us from the fire. If you can find them, if their work can be saved, so too might this world. Be quick, for time grows short, and guard against the cross, for there are many who will stand in your way. It is done. The message is delivered. We are gone now from this world. All of us. We can do no more. The rest is up to you, Desmond.
What? Who is Desmond? I don't understand. Please, wait. I have so many questions.
What the fuck?
So she said keep it from the cross. She wants the assassins to find it. Minerva does. We'll see about finding the other temples in the next games and see if we can't put this more together. It sounds like that Desmond's going to be saving the world at some point here, so we can look forward to that.
There's only about 10 minutes until I
Need
get...
all of my equipment ready to go before they do. Desmond!
Yeah.
All right, Sean, I need you and Rebecca to get everything in here packed up and loaded into the truck. You and I'll deal with the Templars.
What, they're here?
It was only a matter of time before they discovered us. To be honest, I'm surprised it took them as long as it did.
Let's go.
So, what's the plan? We ditch this place, and then what?
There's another safe house. We've got company.
Most guys...
Just up ahead.
Most guys would use guns. But not these guys, no. Not our guys. They use assassin's blades.
Mr. Miles, this is an unexpectedly pleasant turn of events. And here I thought I'd have to waste more men on you. Kind of you to save me the trouble.
What do you want, Vidic?
For you to come home. We miss you terribly. There's still so much work for us to do together.
It's not happening, Warren.
You continue to disappoint in every conceivable way, Miss Stillman. I saved your life once, do you remember? And this is how you repay me?
You saved me so you could keep experimenting on people, destroying their lives. And for what?
Oh, this tired argument again. As I recall, you were there, at my side, every step of the way. Their blood is on your hands just as much as mine.
You need to stop him.
I'm on it.
Well, I'd have to say I'm a lot better fighting these guards than the first time we fought them outside of Abstergo. Got my butt kicked then. I know that they wanted to take us alive, but they didn't use any guns, no tranquilizers, no nothing. They're like a pharmaceutical company, or at least that's their front, so they should be doing something with it, and they use nothing to sedate me.
Careful. I want the two of them alive.
Uh-oh, Doc. Looks like it's just you and me now.
Enjoy your victory, Mr. Miles. Temporary as it is.
Desmond, we have to go!
There you are. Come on. Help Lucy into the van. Hurry, Desmond. We need to go.
You'll have your turn, Desmond. Warren's gonna get what he deserves. I promise.
So what now? Where are we headed?
There's a cabin up north. We should be safe there. At least for a little while. I have to analyze those tapes from your session. Figure out what's happening.
And then what?
Here we go. I've got you all hooked up. Got a long drive ahead of us. Figured you might want to play around with the Animus on the way.
Alright, but I got some questions first. I mean, what the hell was that in the vault?
What you saw proves everything I was afraid of. The Templars aren't our biggest threat. Not by a long shot.
So what, the sun is? What's it gonna do? Cook the Earth?
I doubt it, but I don't know. There's been some speculation that the Earth's magnetic field is weakening. A sufficiently strong flare could flip the poles and cause a geomagnetic reversal. It's all theoretical, but if it happens, the planet could become geologically unstable. Very unstable.
It's meant to be the stuff of pseudoscience, but clearly something catastrophic happened to the people of the first civilization. And that woman, what was her name? Minerva, was it? She seemed to think we were due for a second round.
So either way, we're fucked.
I don't know yet. We'll keep reviewing the tapes. And you can keep digging through your memories. Maybe there's more to discover.
Alright. Guess I better get started.
So yeah, exactly what we came to the conclusion of. The sun is due to make a second round of death on planet Earth. And the first civilization, I believe is what they referred to them as, had built temples and inside of these temples are some sort of weapon or devices or something to stop said annihilation. And the Templars seem to be using them to gain power over the people of the world. But now that we know what their use is, we should probably go and find as many as we can so that we can, well, stop the world from getting destroyed from the sun. And from that, we'll have to cover that on the next game, I guess. After the credits are done, we're going to run through the collections that we acquired through this game, and we'll just read all the comments that they have, all their information, and that'll do it for this whole game. Before the game ends totally, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you ended up watching the entire game with me, that's great. Please do comment, like, subscribe, do all the YouTube regular things, whatever. Yeah, shout out to me if there's something you'd like to see changed that I can do. I like to play games, so it's mostly just for my enjoyment, to be honest. But if there's something else I can do to make these more enjoyable for you, I'd be down to do that. And I'd like to, again, thank everyone for watching. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, so on second thought, I've decided to make the rest of going through everything, all the collections and whatnot, a separate video. It's quite a bit of time to be on this video, so we're going to end this episode after the credits, and then I'll jump right into the next one where we go through all the paintings and read all of the codexes and, you know, all of that stuff. So thanks and have a great day. Hope to see you on the next video.